language learning nerds, welcome to a new video. And today's video is going to be one that I do every now and again, where I just tell you about what I've been doing recently in my language learning. What are the language happenings that have been happening? That made more sense in my head. Yeah, I thought I will take a moment to update you on what's been going on recently for my language learning. Okay, so number one, I made a little list. Number one, yes, I am back to class. Yay! For the new year, I finally made it back. I've been back for a few classes, although I had to miss the first few again because of when I was ill earlier on. Boo! But now I'm back into the full swing of it, of having my weekly class. Yay! I do like my class. I know last time I had a video where I talked about anxiety feelings, overwhelming feelings that I had in class, but overall I do really enjoy it, and that's what keeps me coming back. That really helps me keep coming back, is that I have a lovely teacher and lovely fellow students. Also, so I am back to being nervous about italki lessons. I need to have italki lessons again so I can have more practice listening and speaking, being in a conversation with Japanese. I think I was doing that a bit last year, and I really enjoyed it, and I think it helped me a lot. It really did. I've taken a bit of a break from it, and I have to face the fact that it would be really useful if I did that again. And I am back to that part where I am nervous and scared, and I'm like, ooh, oh no, talking to someone. And I'm probably going to be like that for a while before I finally get the nerves to actually book some lessons. Yes, I'm currently in the mode of being like, italki lessons are expensive, so I don't know, maybe I should hold off for a little while, but I'm working through it. I'm gonna be brave, and I'm gonna book one soon. Also, this week I'm planning on starting a new manga. Yay! I'm gonna start, it's actually gonna be the first manga of 2023 that I read in Japanese, and it's gonna be one that I showed before, I think, when I did like stuff that I bought recently, and it's My Brother's Husband Volume 1. Woo! I'm gonna try and read through this one, read the whole thing, and get some good reading practice in. So yes, I'm going to be doing this one. I know they turned that into a TV show, a live action TV show. I don't know if they turned it into an anime. I should check just in case. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this, because I've had quite a few people recommend it to me. Plus, I do want to start reading manga in Japanese, so hopefully this year I will be able to, by the end of this year, I will be able to say that I've read more manga in Japanese than I did in the previous year. And it's not a large number, I think it's only like 3 or something, but you know, I just keep on building on that. Yeah. Speaking of anime, I mentioned anime just then. Recently, I finally started watching some anime to get some more listening in. I do enjoy anime so much, so it's one of my favourite ways to to get some language practice in. It's learning. I have to watch anime for my education. I just finished the other week Bocchi the Rock, which is an anime that only came out last year, I think, so it's very recent. And yeah, you know what, I definitely recommend that. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. It's only a short series, but it was really good. I really like Bocchi, the main character. She's really funny, and you can't help but really empathize with her when you see her going through her struggles, and you're just like, oh, that's really close to real life there. Oh yeah, and not just Bocchi, I've just started, like literally I've only watched one episode so far of Vinland Saga. I think the series is up on Netflix is where I was watching it. Yeah, probably. Anyway, yes, I've started watching that. I liked episode 1. I'm going to continue with it. So I think that's going to be my next anime to watch and enjoy. I do like Viking stories, so I think, and this one seems to be, yeah, Viking story. Yeah, love some of that. Something that I have to admit is that I've not been doing well with podcasts, listening to podcasts on my way to and from work. It's something that I kind of set as a goal for myself that I wanted to do, because I have a long journey on the bus to work, and it's a good opportunity for me to be listening to stuff in Japanese and such. But I haven't been doing, I gotta admit, I haven't been doing very well with it. You know, in the morning I'm really tired, so I don't want to be working my brain too much, and on my way home from work I'm getting tired. I don't want to be working my brain too much, so most of the time I end up just choosing either a different podcast in English, something that I can just listen and laugh to, or if I do think, oh, I should do something in Japanese, I usually pick music, in which case it always ends up being kind of background music that I can just kind of like chill to on my way home. So yeah, I've got to admit that, and so bad me, I gotta try and just put a little bit more effort into that, I think. Just a little bit. I don't have to do a lot, just a little bit, just something. And I think it's something that I can work on, because I think I have a few podcast things that I can have ready for either going to or from work that are like, it only lasts for 5 minutes, so just listen to that for 5 minutes, and then you can continue listening to Alexander Hamilton the musical for the 10th time. You can go back to listening to that, just do your 5 minutes of Japanese beforehand. Though, mentioning work, one little thing that I have been able to work is a little bit of language learning. I think I showed in a previous video that sometimes before work I have a little time I can sit in the cafeteria and I get a chance to do a bit of study sometimes, like a couple of times a week. Other times I might just do a bit of reading or something before work, but I have been doing a few little mini study sessions, which I'm really happy about. It's actually kind of for me it's like a really nice way to start the day off, but also at work I've been able to work in a tiny bit of Japanese writing. So at work I have like a little notebook. It's not this exact one, but it's pretty much the same sort of size, just a little thing like that, and I always have it with me because it's always good to be able to take notes for things that I need when working. I take notes throughout the day usually, but I've been just doing a little thing where if I write down a little note, sometimes I write it down and then I'm like, this is a tiny little sentence, can you rewrite that in Japanese? And so I might rewrite it in Japanese. Things like that. Or if I'm writing down a little list or something, I might put the list, like, do I know how to say this in Japanese? Why don't you write it in Japanese? You're not gonna show the notes to anyone else, it's just for your own little sake. So yeah, so as I'm writing notes, I'd say about, I don't know, maybe like 30-ish% of it is in Japanese. So yeah, it's a tiny little thing, but you know, I'm glad that I was able to do a tiny bit of Japanese there in work. My last thing is something that originally I wasn't gonna put in, but my partner said that he thought it would be good for the list. So, me and my partner recently we watched on Netflix this show that was new called Run for the Money, which is a Japanese show and apparently has been running for a long time in Japan. So there's multiple episodes, and it's just a game show where a bunch of celebrities like comedians or actors or music stars, sports stars, they come and they take part in this game where it's basically like hide and seek and tag, where they have to run around this allocated area and there are other people called hunters who are trying to find them, and if they find you and they run over and touch you, then you are out of the game, and then it's basically, you know, last one standing. there is a time limit, so you basically have to try and reach the end of the time without being got by one of the hunters, basically. But we watched this episode. It was loads of fun, really enjoyed it. But because it was Netflix, of course they had English subtitles for us to read. We enjoyed this episode so much that we went online and we tried to find previous episodes of this so that we could watch some more. To which we have been able to do. A couple of the episodes have had subtitles. Whoever's uploaded them to YouTube, which is where we found them, has kindly put English subtitles. But there were a few games that we watched where there was no English subtitles. So my partner, who doesn't speak a word of Japanese, has well, one or two words, like he has just kind of had to guess what was going on. And basically I was like the world's worst interpreter for the episodes, where if there was anything like the majority of what was being said in these episodes I didn't understand, but every time there was something, just a little something that I could understand, that person just said this or that person said that, I would basically translate it for my partner. So yeah, it wasn't a lot, as I say. It was only a few things that I was able to understand, but because of it, my partner was like, "No, you should tell because you were doing this thing." So he wanted me to add this to the list, so it's here. Me, the world's worst interpreter. Yeah. It was actually a lot of fun to do. But yeah, so that's some of the things that have been happening recently in my language learning happenings. Yeah, so I don't think I've forgotten everything, so I think we're up to date now. So thank you for listening to me ramble on. Please do let me know what you've been doing recently in your language learning. Do let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear about it. Hopefully I will see you in the next video. So until then, may your grammar be structured and your vocabulary varied. Bye!